Hello and welcome everybody to part 2 of SlayerSGolden versus INToAsis. So in part 1 we saw a lot of aggression here from Oasis, but we haven't seen the best control. In the meantime, there is a big roach counterattack here going, all the forces of Oasis being forced to pull back to come deal with this because so many roaches are now streaming into the base of Oasis and they're starting to deal a lot of damage to the production structures. Looks like they are going to get a free Thor. It is going to fall there now, forcing all of the units of Oasis into his own choke point. Such a good move here by Golden, but it looks like he's actually just going to move into the main and try to deal as much damage as he can to the worker count. I don't know how I feel about this move. I feel like he should have just held all the forces of Oasis in that one choke point and deal a lot of damage, but looks like all those roaches are now going to be cleaned up. If we check out the workers killed count, we can see that Golden was able to take out 14 workers in that little exchange. And in the meantime, it looks like he was able to do a little bit of a Zergling counterattack here, prevent the mining on this base. In the meantime, he has, I don't know if Oasis has spotted this, but there are actually 4 roaches here in the back of the base of Oasis. I don't know if he knows that those are there yet. A lot of Zerglings now moving around the map. I wouldn't be surprised to see those move into this third base right now, but we do have 2 planetary fortresses completely blocking off this third base here for Oasis, so that is going to be kind of a smart move there. In the meantime, these Zerglings are going to be able to pick off all these stationary structures that Oasis had planted all over the map from his previous attack. Roach is just now unburrowing, getting a few more kills there. Oasis now gonna have to pull back a lot of forces to actually have to deal with this many roaches. These roaches are 2-1 in upgrades right now. In the meantime, these Zerglings are around. He's trying to poke in wherever he can, just now learning that there's actually a planetary fortress here defending that third expansion, but actually dealing a lot of damage here, taking out a supply depot and quite a bit of workers there in the back line there. Oasis just now coming here to have to deal with this, sieging up a couple of siege tanks in his own mineral line. Despite all this harassment though, Oasis is macroing quite well actually, and sitting at 168 food to the 168 food of Golden, so they are even. Mutalisks just now being added into the mix for Golden. Looks like he has not yet retaken this base, which I think is actually kind of a smart move here from Golden, just because Oasis seems to be very, very determined to constantly attack here. To have to attack any of these bases, Oasis is going to have to make a much bigger commitment. He's going to have to move out onto creep. He's going to have to come all the way up here and position his army up here, which is definitely a place. If you check out the mini-map, we can see that if this army was to be sieged up here, while he is going to be cutting off this expansion from the rest of the bases, he's kind of surrounded on all sides by all these bases and will be able to be surrounded quite quickly by the forces of Golden, so not necessarily going to be the best positioning there that Golden is forcing Oasis to have to attack in if he's going to be aggressive. In the meantime, Golden is going to be taking a secret expansion down here at this, I don't even know what, this is like 8 o'clock expansion, I guess. Oasis with a very nicely placed barracks here, able to scout all the unit movement from the bases of Golden. I like that unit placement. In the meantime, Mutalisks moving into the third base of Oasis, able to deal a lot of damage, and yes, the command center actually goes down there. Nice pick there by Golden, now pulling back with those Mutalisks having done his damage. I love this smart play here from Oasis, or from Golden rather, as he's not overcommitting to try to deal too much damage there. He dealt some damage, knows that he took out that command center, and now he's just going to safely pull back and actually has a ton of Mutalisks on the field right now, considering the fact that Oasis went for this heavy mech play. I'm surprised that Golden went for that tech path, as there are a lot of Thors that are now moving up, looking quite deadly here. And as I said, he is now being forced to move up into this little position here. He's going to be forced to siege here. A lot of Banelings here moving and dealing a lot of damage, but not nearly enough to the forces of Oasis. And Oasis now just going to be sieging up on this high ground, and this is going to be a deadly position here for Golden to have to be able to deal with. Golden now looks like he's going to be trying to go for a big Zergling counterattack, as all these Lings are now moving into the natural expansion of Oasis, but Oasis now charging forward with a lot of forces, and Golden actually not in the best position right now, caught quite out of position. A lot of roaches being caught out of position, and all of these siege tanks I expect to siege very soon right here in the main of Golden. Things are not looking good for Golden. He is moving in with a lot of Mutalisks, going for a very big counterattack here. Zerglings preventing all mining going on at the mining bases of Oasis, so Oasis kind of all in at this point because he doesn't have anything to have to deal with all this to defend the base. So it is going to be, it looks like what we have on our hands is a base race for these two players. Oasis moving in with all these forces, not sieging up at all, just attack moving in, while in the meantime he tries to block off this base as best as he can from these Zerglings so that these Zerglings aren't able to move in. In the meantime, these Mutalisks moving around the field. I'm not sure about this decision. I think these Mutalisks should be poking around here trying to take out the production structures and supply depots for Oasis, since he doesn't have a lot of forces there. In the meantime, Oasis has managed to clear out the main base of Golden and is now moving into the third base. This is such a bad position for Golden to be in right now. Looks like Oasis might actually be able to take a win off of Golden, as Golden only has a couple more mining expansions, just now getting up another spawning pool, has another Roach Warren up on the field, and looks like Golden is going to try to deal with this attack force, but this is going to be so hard to deal with the unit composition that he has. Looks like no, he has indeed decided to go to cut off all reinforcements, but not the best magic box there. Those Mutalisks taking a ton of damage, which they really can't afford to be taking, and Oasis, feeling like he's in a pretty good spot, is now just going to pull back and try to defend against his base. All these units now getting caught a little bit out of position there for Golden. Not the best control there from Golden. Golden trying to expand all over the map now, trying to see what he can do to try to spread out his expansion, take advantage of the fact that these mech armies from Terran are very slow and take a lot of time to move across the map. He's going to utilize the fact that his big advantage right now is mobility. He can constantly move around the map, try to deal as much damage as he can, and Oasis not quite walling off his base there. And all these Zerglings now moving into the base. These Hellions actually taking a lot of kills there. Looks like Oasis now moving up with a quite deadly force. Notice that these are +2 attack upgrade Thors. They are going to be dealing a lot of damage. No armor upgrades yet, but I don't think they're going to be able to need it with this kind of unit composition that we're seeing from Golden. He's not going to be able to deal massive amounts of damage to these mechanical units, which are all armored. Nice burrow there from Golden, but Golden not looking like he's in the best of positions right now. He's only mining now on one base, as he does have another base up, but it is not yet mining. Oasis now moving out with his big attack force to come try to deal with the remaining expansion. I don't think he is quite yet scouted, has he? He has scouted this one expansion, doesn't yet know that these expansions have gone up, but in the meantime, these Zerglings is actually doing a very good job of dealing a lot of damage here. Oasis, I wouldn't be surprised. I almost think he should just pull back and defend here. Golden is definitely not in the best position. 122 food to the 79 food of Golden. I feel like Oasis should be probably pulling back here, defending his expansions, really getting his macro going, just because he's in such a good position. But looks like Oasis is confident enough with his army size that he's not going to go back and defend his expansions at all. He feels that these Hellions are enough to deal with the forces of Golden. Golden actually only down to 2 Mutalisks right now, not in the best place, and it looks like Oasis might actually be able to take a win off of Golden here. Just now moving into this final mining expansion here from Golden, and amazingly, I think Golden is actually going to lose this map. I do not see Golden coming back from this. Vikings now moving across the map, picking off another hatchery, and I'm going to speed this replay up because we actually have quite a bit of time still going, considering that there are no tech structures out right now at all for Golden, trying to get down another spawning pool. But it looks like Golden is finally admitting defeat with a little bit of swear words. Apologies, I try not to keep too many swear words on my channel, but it looks like Golden does what he wants. He has gotten those swear words down, and there's nothing I can do about it. So maybe I'll throw down an annotation box thing and cover that up. I don't know. How do you guys feel about swearing? You guys okay with swearing on my channel? I try to keep this PG on my channel, but every now and then swearing does get through in those player chat. So I don't know. Swearing okay? Let me know in the comments below. I don't know. Oasis looks like he's finally going to start to get some mining going again at his base. He's definitely in a very good position with his slow army just moving across the map, trying to deal as much damage as he can. Getting a lot of drone kills there by just targeting random things and attacking, putting his Hellions in good positions there as he attacks that hatchery, getting a lot of drone positions, and it looks like Golden, despite trying to expand all over the place and getting as much mining as he can, looks like he is not going to be long for this world. I'm going to speed this replay up even more just because I don't think there's a whole lot that Golden can do about this giant attack force here from OASIS. There's no way he's going to be able to get up enough roaches to be able to deal with that, because that is really what he needs. He needs a giant army of roaches right now, and here comes the armies of OASIS to stomp on the rest of the forces of Golden, and there is the GG from Golden. So I actually didn't expect that at all. I was fully expecting Golden to win this match, but no, OASIS takes a win off of Golden there, so nice mech play there from OASIS, and that's going to do it for me, guys. I am done. I am outies. I'm actually driving home to San Francisco. There may or may not be uploads for Monday. If not, there will be definitely uploads next Tuesday, so have a good holiday weekend, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment, do all the good subscribing, and yeah, I missed that GG button last game. Glitch out.